Hi guys, welcome to another episode of The Dose. You have Melissa here with you.
I'm Kemi. My name's Diane.
I'm Lex. You can find our socials down below.
Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about the measures of success. So how does one measure the criteria for success? The definition is accomplishment or an aim or purpose. So what do you guys think is the criteria to measure your success?
I think personally, the criteria is yourself. But I think only you can actually say what success is, because I think the more successful you become, the more success you want sometimes. So in your head, you might think you're not successful at that time, but then people might look at you and think, oh, you've done so much, but in your head, you haven't reached that goal that you want. Whereas if you define it by other things, you're defining it by other people. So I just think it's just a state of mind in yourself, like, have I accomplished what I want to accomplish, basically.
Okay.
I agree with Doyen in the sense that you know what you're capable of. So like to someone else, they might feel like, oh, this person's definition of success is not enough. And then to someone else, they will feel like, oh, I can do better, or I can do more. In that sense, I feel like everybody's success is different.
What do you think, Lex?
It's a bit of a tricky question. Personally, I measure success with the people around me. So depending on let's say for example, my immediate friendship circle, if they're doing something good and they achieve it, it's just like, actually, we scrub that.
Yeah.
Let's scrub that. I don't even know, you know. How do I measure? How I would measure success is just the goals that you set out to achieve. Yeah, like the tangible goals that you set out to achieve. Are you actually achieving them? And if you are, and if you're making traction year on year, month on month, then for me, you're making those steps to success.
Yeah, I agree with you because I personally feel like if you set goals and you're achieving them, then you're getting closer to your ultimate goal.
Yeah.
So for me, that's what success would look like. That, okay, I'm getting closer to my ultimate goal and then on to the next goal.
And also, would you say success is much rather a journey, constant journey, rather than just a destination?
Exactly.
I would say, if you see success as one destination, then you probably reach that point of complacency.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But I don't think you could ever become too comfortable, whereas you're not setting new goals. I feel like once you've accomplished one goal, then you set bigger goals.
Yeah.
So it's an ongoing cycle.
I think that depends on the individual, because I do think that some people reach a certain place and they're comfortable.
Yeah.
But like I was saying before, I think it's a state of mind. Some people are more determined than other people. So you might talk to, like Alex was saying at the beginning, and obviously scrapped it. But the friendship thing, I personally think that, your friends could be doing well for themselves, but they might reach a certain level and then they stop, and then you might surpass them. But it's just because it just wasn't your time.
Yeah.
Personally, I believe in timing. You might not reach where you are now, but it's about the plans you have in your mindset. Like, if you're going towards that goal, if you're working towards it, you might accomplish more than that person that is closer to their ultimate goal. But then they might just stop there because they don't have other places they want to kind of reach.
That's true.
If that makes sense.
That's true. But do you feel like success should be measured by the kind of job that you do or the relationship that you are in? So let's start with the job. Do you think your success is surrounded by the kind of job that you're doing and the amount of money you're making?
To a certain extent, yeah.
So I think it depends on the individual.
Yeah,
because
exactly.
someone can see themselves, I'm very successful, and they could be like, okay, they measure success with happiness.
Yeah.
True.
Or they measure their success with material things.
Yeah.
But in terms of business, because obviously if I relate it to myself and my business, it becomes a thing where you set a goal for yourself, and in my personally, it's never really enough because it's with time. Obviously, I can look back last month, 2 months ago, and I can feel like, okay, I've actually done well. I'm not in the same place, but at the same time, it's like when you reach there, you're like, okay, what's next? The feeling of succeeding in what you've set for yourself will make you want to do another thing. Then you get there, you're like, yes, if I can do that, I can do another thing. I could do another thing. And then for example, with me, I want to branch out. So in terms of success in business, in my personal experience, I feel like you're always going to want more and you're always going to do overtime for more. And that's how I measure my success, in the sense where if I set a goal for myself, like Melissa said, and I reach it, I want more. I want to set another goal and I reach it, and that's what makes me happy. Yeah.
That's true. Yeah, for me personally, I feel like it's not linked to the job that I do in terms of the title of the job. Because for those who know me, they know that I've always wanted to gain my qualification as a teacher. But I knew that that's not where I was going to stop. I knew that I wanted to have a bigger impact on the youth in London in general. And now that I accomplished that goal in terms of qualifying as a teacher, and I was teaching for a few years, now I'm like, okay, on to the next thing. So now I've decided to leave teaching. So, okay, what can I do in my community to help with the whole issue of youth violence? How can I help to add to solutions instead of dwelling on the problem? And that's why now I've got another goal, which is bigger. And then once I've tackled that goal in terms of helping people in my community, then it's going to be in London, and then from London to worldwide. So my goals in my mind already, I know it's just going to keep getting bigger and bigger, because I feel like the higher you move up in life, the bigger your goals are, because your eyes are open up to so much more things. That's my personal take on that.
I think the thing about this topic is that measuring success, I think because the generation we're in now, it's more about social media. So it's like what you're putting out there, like what's on social media. So I think that's what can kind of get to your head sometimes.
Yeah.
So even like me, for example, like last year I was in a place where I felt like I wasn't reaching the certain goals that I wanted to reach until like obviously like in everything, like obviously I was working in the area where I was all right and I felt like I could see where I was going, but at the same time I was thinking, what can I do outside of work? So that kind of, and then when you're seeing other people like on social media putting out certain things, it can kind of get to you because you're thinking, why am I not at that stage? So I think as well, success should be measured by your happiness as well.
Yeah.
Only because if you feel content in yourself, that you're happy with the level that you're getting to and you're happy with the steps you're taking, then in your head you're successful because you're getting to where you're getting. You have a plan or you are where you want to be. But I think with social media and stuff, I think it's more about what are you putting out there. So I just think it's hard.
Just to back what you're saying, I think with social media you have to take a pinch of salt because if you scroll through and explore page, like everyone looks like they have money, do you know what I'm saying?
And people pick and choose what they're putting out there.
You don't know what they're going through
I think-
personal life.
But I think it's like you said, pinch of salt, but I think it's easier said than done.
Of course.
Do you know what I
You're not
mean?
thinking of that.
Because you're not thinking of that, like even just like looking, you see people wearing like certain things. And for me, I'm a girl, so I like nice stuff. And I like pretty girls. Like I see it and you see things. Okay, obviously coming off topic, but then like obviously you see it and then you're thinking, oh, you know, this person looks like this person's wearing this girl's body's like this, and like.
But yeah, I think a lot of people look to social media to try and like benchmark themselves against other people, but the road to success is not. It's not an easy road. I'm saying there's bumps, there's left turn, right turn, down, there's blockages. You feel me? So I think with people who are on that journey, they need to take a step back, analyze, refocus, re-strategize, do what they need to do, and then.
A lot of people don't know that. Like a lot of people don't know there's bumps and you're gonna hit. Like some people just think it's an overnight thing. Like you get to a stage and you should be here. Like I remember when I finished uni, I was like, by the time I'm 25, I must have this and that. I'm 25 in a few months, and I don't even think I have a month or there.
But you've learned a lot of lessons along the way.
100%.
Yeah, that's the thing. And I feel like when it comes in terms of the job, that section of our conversation, it's about looking at people who have already been there, done that, and getting mentors to help you, because that will help you along the way. So like, personally, I like listening to Eric Thomas. He's a motivational speaker, and I just like listening to motivational messages in general because I know that they're on that journey and they've reached the target that I want to obtain to in terms of having a huge impact on a big audience. So that's what I do. So instead of like looking at my friends on social media or people that I know, I would say I look at his page the most in terms of what he's posted on his story. So I can take certain things and then post that on my own story as well.
I'll also say, so for me, like I have a mentor that's within the industry, and he's reached the point and even exceeded the point that I wanted to reach originally, and it's opened my eyes. So I always tell people like, cool, you can have I always tell people have a mentor and have sponsors. So a mentor is that person who he's at that point that you want to reach, and you know he guides you and things like that. But your sponsors kind of act as like your advisors. You learn lessons from them, things like that. But you're traveling on that journey with them.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Um,
Do you think as you move up in life or develop in your career path that your circle changes as well?
110%.
I don't know about that.
Do you know why I
110%.
agree with that? Because
I don't know.
sometimes, yeah, like for example, yeah, with me, yeah, I'm always trying to think about new things to introduce into my business. Like it's even to come to a point where even my mum sometimes I don't even though it's bad, I don't really have time. So it's like for people that don't really own a business and they don't know the pressure of it, they won't understand that okay, you don't ever stop working when you have a business because you're always sorting something out, you're always dealing with something. If I'm not dealing with emails, I'm making wigs, I have customers, and then if not, I just want to sleep. So it's like when I start talking to people and I'm feeling like this conversation is pointless, like I can't be talking about boys all the time, like, and then the situation is stupid, like I'm just feeling like I would rather be planning what I need to do next rather than sitting on the phone talking about a pointless situation that, like, obviously, not to say that obviously I won't have my leisure time, but it's just personal for me. I feel like I need to get something done.
Yeah.
So I don't have this time to be, and then even some people don't understand that. So it's like the people I keep close to me are people that can actually support me and see that, okay, Kemi's getting stressed, Kemi has goals, Kemi needs to do this, and they support me with it. And then if it comes to a point where I am getting stressed out or I am kind of like doing too much, they'll tell me, Kemi, listen, you need to chill, you need to take time off, you need to do this. And I can agree with that. But most of the time, sometimes people don't understand that. So naturally, it's like, I don't have time to be talking about certain things and I don't want to be. So naturally, you kind of like draw away from it.
Yeah, and where your energy goes, that's where your attention goes as well. You don't want to be investing your energy in the wrong things. So I agree with that. Tony, what do you think? Because you was kind of like...
Yeah, do you know what, yeah, I was thinking I disagree, and then she made that whole speech and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. But no, I get what you mean completely. Like, you do get to an age, I think it's an age thing. So now, I think when I look back now, to be honest, my friendship has changed. Like, my circle has changed from when I was younger. But I've always been the type of person who, when it comes to friends, I'm not really someone who, like, I have friends, but I'm not really someone who's gonna take my time out and say, well, this is my circle and things like that anyway. Only because, like what Kemi said, there's certain things I want to talk about. You get to a stage where you're like, I can't sit down and talk about boys all the time. I have so much more other things that I want to think about. So, I don't know, I just think friendship is a hard one, only because you do get to an age where you're like, oh, I just don't really have time for this. But I think I'm the type of person, I won't really cut you off anyway. I'll just kind of just leave you there. If you want to talk to me and stuff like that, you can. If you want to go out, I'm here, but if I don't have time, as long as you understand. But I get it.
I think your friendship does change, as you progress in life and whatnot. Like, let's keep it real. There's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're not levels, then I'm saying you get cut. However, you shouldn't forget who you are. You shouldn't forget where you come from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, for example, if you got day ones and they're not doing the same thing as you, and they're day ones, you know what I'm saying? So you don't ever drop them out, you don't ostracize them or anything like that, you know what I'm saying?
If they're not adding to your life or to your success, what's the point of having them there?
Everyone's journey is different. Everyone's not gonna be on the same journey that you are.
But then what if they're actually taking from you instead of adding?
But
That's something. That's what I was gonna say.
yeah,
so
I think
yeah.
it's then
So
I think you have to make the conscious and say, listen, I've got love for you and that. You're my guy, you're my friend, but this is what you're doing. Come doing it. Yeah.
No, they
Some
don't.
people will think,
They
oh,
don't.
that she thinks she's stuck.
She's
She's
better
she's
than me,
she's
yeah.
doing this, she's doing. And these times, it's not even that. You just, your head is just like, okay, boom. Do you know what I mean? And some people, you can't really like help how people feel. And like sometimes it comes to a place where you stop feeling bad. Do you know what I mean? But then again, I see what you're saying. Obviously, I love my day ones. Like, trust me, I don't even like new friends unless my spirit gels to you. Then I know that. Yeah, do you know, if my spirit gels to you, naturally I know, my spirit connects with you. But I can't just go and pick up a friend from social media.
No.
I don't know, who are you? I don't even like, what do you do at home?
But
Like,
you have friends and then you have associates. So there's two different things.
But you know, I don't even separate them anymore.
Really?
I don't even separate it. Like, I believe that, like, if you're what you were saying before, like, if you're taken away from me, you are not my friend. You're not an associate. You're not anything to me. I will literally just cut you off. Like, you're just there. If you call me, cool, but I'm not gonna stay on the phone to you for 2 hours talking about nonsense. But like associates and stuff like that, I don't really acknowledge that. Like if I see you in a party or wherever, hi, cool. But you're not an associate. You're not my friend.
It's just I know
You're just I know
Hi,
you
you're right.
exactly. I don't
Yeah.
separate. If you're my friend, you're someone that I can speak to. If I'm in trouble tomorrow, and if I can call you, if I can ask you something, then you're my friend. But anyone that's taken away from me is nobody to me, personally, because that's something I don't need. I don't need negativity. I don't need anyone that's going to take. I need people that are going to boost my spirit, especially when you get to a particular stage in your life. You want people that are going to boost your spirit, not take away from you.
So then, what advice would you give to people in order to help them to measure their success? Because someone might be watching the show now and just saying, you know what, I don't actually know what my purpose is. How do I actually get to that goal if I don't know what I want to do in life? So what advice would you give to them?
I think start off with think of a point or think of something you want to achieve, or it might be many things you want to achieve. Think of something you want to achieve. Build out tangible steps. Build out a plan. Your plan might not go straight forward because it's not linear.
But then what if they don't know what they want to do?
Yeah, that's a
No, just have something you want to achieve. You might not want. I'm saying like.
What about like driving lessons?
Yeah. So it's like just something you want to achieve, and then say, cool. You want to have driving lessons. How do I achieve that? Okay, I need to do my theory. I need to do my practical. Okay, how am I going to do my theory? I need to revise for it. I need to get this test center. How am I actually going to do that? And then build out tangible steps.
Okay.
Because like one of the definitions that I kind of say to people that in life is like one big giant roadmap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't like get into like your Uber and stuff about where you want to go. You know what I'm saying? So.
Okay, that's pretty deep.
I think the first thing is the mindset. You have to get your mindset right and understand that not everything is going to go to plan, first of all. So if you know that, you know what, I want to do this, but I might not do this. But as long as you understand that, you know what, I'm going to get to somewhere where I'm happy, then that's the first stage to kind of being successful. And then I think the next stage is kind of just taking time out. And it sounds cliche, but like, honestly, just take out like a day or two or an hour each day and just kind of just write down points of like stuff that you would like to do. They might not seem realistic, but just write them down so that you kind of have that kind of focus point, and then just kind of just work and take every day as it comes. That's an important thing as well, because I think, like I said, you can get stuck into, oh, this person's doing this person's doing that, but just take every day as it comes. As long as you're not wasting your 24 hours, as long as you're putting your something in, you're gonna get somewhere. It might not be where you thought you was gonna get, but you will get somewhere because you've got the right mindset. So just getting the right mindset first is, for me, the best way to get success.
Okay.
And me personally, I would say, obviously from personal experience, I would say pray. Because with me and my journey, I never thought I would have my own hair business. Like I actually wanted to go into crime and everything, but like I feel like my faith has been strengthened through journeys, through praying, through like there's even one point in life where I was so confused. I was like, every job that I had, my friends were having good jobs. Like, you know, when you're growing up, you know, like 16, 17, 18, that's the time of working, and every job that I had, like, I'll get a good job, and I feel out of place. And I used to actually, there was one time I cried. I was like, God, like, what's going on? Why am I feeling like this? Like, why am I not feeling like I want to be at work? You know, why am I not talking to no one? It'll be one or two people that I like. And then next thing you know, boom, I've got my own business. Everything's going well. I'm even surprised. The job that I wanted to do, I got the job. And then eventually when I got comfortable within my hair business, they even dropped me out. And even at that point, I was even like, okay. And so, but if this was a couple months ago, I would have been upset. So I just feel like through my prayer journey, I found my purpose. So God kind of showed me that what I wanted to do in my life wasn't what he wanted for me, but what, you know, he wanted for me is what's going to be. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's very important. I do believe that you have to discover your purpose first. If you don't know what you have been called on this earth to do, then you would just be walking around just doing anything. So I think a wise woman said to me, find a problem that really bothers you and try and solve it. And that's what I've held on to. So for me personally, it's this whole youth crime thing. So that's what I'm trying to solve. Like, trying to reach out to young people and solve that issue. And to be honest, I'm more passionate about that more than anything. So I would say find a problem that bothers you, try and solve it. And in doing that as well, like look at Steve Harvey, he's a comedian, and through that, that's opened up so many other doors for him. Like he's done that movie, Like a Lady Like a Man. He has his own TV show. Like he's just doing so much things. Eric Thomas, he's a motivational speaker. He's well known for that. Beyonce, she's a singer, and like she's had so much impact on people's lives. So I'll say just find that purpose, work towards it, and yeah, make it happen.
Can I just add to that? I think you also need to know yourself as well. 'Cause I don't think you would, if you don't know kind of who you are, what you're good at, what you're not good at, you wouldn't know what you want to achieve in life.
Yeah, and it's okay to make mistakes.
Yeah,
That's what we need to remember.
100%.
So to wrap up, who wants to wrap up today's
I want to say
discussion?
one little
So
thing.
you can wrap up then.
I don't want to wrap up. You can still wrap up. I just want to say one little thing. Also, like in terms of like measuring success, a lot of people measure it by their parents. They don't measure it for themselves. So they measure it based on like what their parents want them to do. You know, from a young age, your parents will tell you, "This is what I want you to do. I don't want you to like." If I told my mum from young, "Oh, I want to be a hairdresser," my mum won't discourage me, but she'd be looking at me like, hair. Because do you know the way things evolve now? Hair is a big thing. Beauty in general is a big thing. It's making loads. I'm making more money than I would have made working the job I initially wanted to work. So I feel like you also have to be strong in yourself. And even if your parents want something, the time is not the same as when they were younger or when they were growing up. So you have to be strong, know what you want, and know that it's gonna make you happy. You kind of have to just like be strong. Yeah.
Okay, so in one word, what would you say? How to measure success?
Your mindset.
Mindset?
Respect your mindset.
Be focused. Stay focused.
Focus.
One word. It's not one, but
Okay, a sentence.
embrace the struggle.
True.
I like that. I would say purpose. So discover your purpose and work towards it. Thank you guys for watching another episode of The Dose. Take care.